Hey, what's up, everybody? Just responding to a YouTube comment here on this channel, to an older video. Not old video, it's probably one of the most recent ones uploaded, but it's kind of old. It's a few months old. Anyways, guy asked if I ever started up a club. And the short answer is no. Long answer, because I'm gonna do it, because I'm going to tell you the reason why. First of all, finding other ham radio operators out there is getting harder and harder and harder. It is a dying hobby, unfortunately. So every time I would bring it up to other people, there's really, so I come from a trucking industry, right? And when I started driving, and the generations that I looked up to before me, it was all about radios. Having the biggest, loudest radio, big bad boy radio out there. And as time moved on, people cared less and less about not only ham radio, but CB radios, right? And so gone are the days of having the biggest amplifier, the biggest radio, biggest like monkey-made antenna. Okay, which is a brand. Don't sit there and say, oh, it's a brand name called Monkey Made Antenna. Some people are going to spin that. But so if people are less interested in CB radios in the trucking industry, I know for a fact that there's less interest in ham radios. And so really, as far as that aspect goes, it's getting harder and harder and harder. I think a few years ago it would have been easier, but as time goes on, it just gets hard. And then another thing is that I'm getting into storm chasing, which would require an upgrade in radio stuff inside the truck. And so in the pickup truck, I should say. So, and when you get into that line of radio work, if you call it that, you run into more e-coms. Now, I'm not really much into e-coms. And I think the main reason why I never really got into it, there's one thing, driving a truck, all right? Driving a truck, it's hard to really get into that. And then for many years, we've only had one dependable vehicle here. And, even though we may have a couple of vehicles, but having one reliable vehicle has been an issue. Well, now I have two reliable vehicles, and so, which is nice. So now I kind of have my truck where she has her truck, and so that allows me to put equipment on the truck, not only a radio, but lights and other sort of things, to allow me to do what I need to do. Now, when I say e-coms, really, it's not. I mean, if there's something going on, like a few years ago in West Texas, the town West, they had that big fire, and the local clubs was helping direct traffic. They were like I think they were having to evacuate the town, if I remember correctly. I was on the road, so I wasn't able to, pay attention. But our local club that I was with over there, they were helping with the traffic, because there was just too much traffic for the local sheriff's department, DPS, and fire departments to go do. And so the Ham Club, there's multiple clubs that helped direct traffic. So they helped on that. Not sure if that's kind of what I want to do. Unless something like that comes up, obviously I'll help. But when it comes to storm chasing and weather watch, sky warn and stuff, absolutely aid and things like that. So I kind of, as much as I love HF, I've kind of lost a little passion in that, where I got a little bit more passion in UHF, VHF. I'm still not opposed to starting a club, especially here in the wintertime now, even though I just got back from a storm chase. But there's less storms, and usually the band, especially the 80-meter band, is a little bit more quiet, because there's, it's little stations like me. I could get out a little better when it's quiet. So am I opposed to it? Absolutely not. My thing is again, just finding people that are interested in something like that. And I know that there's a lot of ham radio people on the internet. I just don't really seek them out, unless I just feel like it. I watch videos and whatnot, but anyway, so that's the answer. Short answer was about 10 seconds, 20 seconds. And then I had to obviously talk about it in a video. But I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see what we can do out here in the future. But still in love with radios. I enjoy it. I mean, I wish more people would get into it. It's pure communication. The internet sadly has made people lazy. So, but I tend to use the internet as a tool to get the message out there. And I've learned a lot over the years. I've learned a lot from ham radio operators that have YouTube channels. I've learned a lot of stuff with those, big ham radio channels out there. Anyways, guys, we'll holler at you guys later. 73.